Hey guys, what is up? My name is Nick, and welcome back to episode 10 of Let's Build a City. So, the last episode, I left you off with the hospital, and it's been a while since then, but I want to go back and talk about what's going on with this series, because it will be continuing, however, it will be continuing in a different fashion. So, I'm going to go through some of the history of this map, and then I'll talk about the future plans for the series. So, when we first started Let's Build a City, it was never intended to be a series. What I'm staying in here is actually a spawn, and me and my friends built this over the course of 2 or 3 days, which is ridiculously fast. I mean, world that helps out a bunch, and as you can see, a lot of it's mirrored. But we originally intended to make this gigantic server with pretty much every game mode that's ever been imagined, as you can see, like Sky Wars and creative factions and everything if I look around. So we were doing that for a while, and then I was like, the outside of this spawn is kind of boring, so why don't we make a city outside of it? And let me see, this way. And I had already started a map called Moa Planet, and that was the first episode of Let's Build a City. And as you remember, none of this spawn building was here. This was later added in. As you can see, Moa Planet is over here, and if you remember watching the first episode, this is what it was on. So I did this, and it did really well, and then I wasn't sure whether or not to continue it, so there was a break between episode 1 and then the following 8 episodes, which which came out later on, and those did really well as well, and it's possibly, arguably, my most popular series that I've ever done, besides the Medieval Tavern and Inn, because that just did ridiculously well, and I don't even know why. But there was this added in, and I was like, okay, where can we go from here? And we started adding even more buildings in. This was later done, but one of the first ones was this little apartment back here. I am getting a bit of frame rate as I do have to load in this map, and it's kind of big. Even though I'm in single player, and I already was on here earlier, so I don't know why I have to load it in to begin with. That's kind of weird. And then we had this purple building here. This was episode 3 that I focused on this one. And then there was lots of other buildings as well that we built, and many that we haven't even shown you. There's probably about 10 buildings that I haven't even talked about yet. But so the main thing is, I don't want to build on this map anymore because it's super boring to build on. In fact, it's super flat world, which means everything's flat, and if you want to have any interesting terrain, you have to do it yourself. And we're no longer on a server, and it's just me building it right now. I don't know if any of my friends would even want to come back and work on this, to be honest, just because we put so much effort into it. I don't know if they'd want to be doing it again. I don't even know if they're interested. So I decided to go ahead and just make a regular world. Originally I was going to think about making a world painter world. However, I didn't want to, just because it wouldn't look all that natural. I mean, Minecraft worlds don't look natural, let's be honest, but they look a lot more natural than a completely flat world. And that was the problem that this world had. And it got to the point where I didn't want to build on here anymore, just because I got bored of it and the city wasn't realistic per se. So I went ahead and made a world, and I started doing a little bit of work on it, and that's what I'm going to show you, so I'll cut to that. Alrighty, so this is the new world that I loaded up. As you can see, it is a normal Minecraft world. It's not completely normal, it's extra large biomes, because I do like the small biomes. However, for something where you kind of want a cohesive look throughout, you don't want sudden biome changes every few hundred tiles or blocks. So that's why I did the extra large biomes. As you can see, I already started laying some stuff out here. This is just temporary. All this will go away, the glowstone and stuff like this. But I did start making a plot here for me to work on. Now you're gonna be like, why are you flattening it out? You just complained about the world being completely flat. So the reason I flatten it out is to build my structures on top of it. I do like the base of the structure to be flat, however the environment around it to have some variety. So it's gonna be built on a hill, and I'm just doing this here just to make it really simple, and then I'll go back once I'm done and add a lot of details to it and add some variety. So as you can see, this build that's coming up is going to be fairly large. If you follow the glowstone, it goes from here around there and then around there. So I also have some glowstone here that if you follow that pathway there, it goes back to the spawn. I did go a decent distance away from spawn. However, I'm going to try and build back towards spawn and around this area because I really like this swamp-ish marshland or whatever. Not really even a marshland. It's I have the better leaves or foliage, and I'm getting a bit of lag right now. Sorry about that, just because this world's still loading up new chunks and whatnot, or I don't know why. But as you can see, better leaves, and with that you get these little like what are these called? I don't know, whatever they are. They're kind of like what is it? The sugar cane, but not sugar cane. I don't know. So those look really nice, and it makes this really nice marsh. So I have this fairly sized plot here, and I'm going to begin work on it soon. I just gotta finish doing the terrain first before I do get to work on it, and then once I do that, you can expect new videos from Let's Build a City there on out. So it will be some time before I start doing videos for this series again. Expect it to be a week or two. I know that seems like quite a lot of time. However, I do need to prepare a bit more, and I think that'll give me enough time to get things together. I'm also thinking about bringing some of the builds from the other world into this one. Probably not at the start. We'll see how this area turns out, and then from there we'll bring some more in once we get going. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Sorry for the wait on this series, I really do apologize, but let me know what you guys want to see, if you think this is a good idea, and leave some building suggestions down below for what you'd like to see built. So anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.